Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto YAHAWAH, BA'ashem YAHAWASHI, BA'ashem YAHAWADAH. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to the mighty Akim, wcguerkiejejkhkvukefhiuvgyjgukerihu, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. This is Brother Kawakab coming at you with another lesson, and today I'm going to be talking about, basically like, we all have something that we want, okay, even if it's like something that's temporary, like, okay, like say you want a wife, you want a husband, you want a child, you want the new PS whatever, okay, you just want something, okay, and the thing is, sometimes, well, first let's look at these scriptures, okay. John 14:13, and whatsoever ye shall ask in my name, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. Ye shall ask anything in my name, I will do it. Okay, so anything, you can ask for anything. All right, and the scriptures say that Yahawashi will get it for us. Okay, but you see, the thing is, let me get this precept right quick. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 12, for whom the Lord loveth, he correcteth, even as a father, the son in whom he delighteth. Okay, so not always are we going to be able to get stuff. So even though Yahweh, what Yahawashi want to give us everything that we want, sometimes it's not always the best. Okay, there was a brother that did a lesson. I forgot which one, but basically he basically told this story how there was this woman, okay, that wanted a child. Okay, she wanted a kid, and she prayed and asked the Lord, let me have a child or whatever. Okay, and yeah, it was like a really long time, and she just wasn't getting it until one day the Lord gave her a child. But the thing is, the child grew up, was born with a disability, deformed or something like that, and basically like the child became more of a burden rather than a blessing. Okay, so because of that, she basically became miserable. All right, now the thing about that is, we need to understand that right now, living in Babylon, things aren't supposed to be sweet. Things aren't supposed to be, good. All right, let me get this. Proverbs chapter 30, verse 8. Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me, lest I be full and deny thee, and say, who is the Most High? Or lest I be poor and steal and take the name of my power in vain. Okay, so look at verse 9 when it says, lest I be full and deny thee. Okay, let me get this quick precept to this. Matthew chapter 19, verse 23. Then said Yahawashi unto his disciples, verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. Okay, so the thing to understand is that the main reason why Israelites, or not even Israelites, but the right, we're not like rich, we're not thriving in Babylon, is because this world is pretty tainted, and it's wicked. Okay, and a lot of the riches, or the people in power, first and foremost, okay, the people that control, for the most part, who becomes rich, okay, they are, I would say that a lot of the people that are rich in Babylon specifically, they follow through with the mindset of Esau's mindset, or Esau's doctrine, okay, which is basically either a liberal or a conservative, so one of the two, okay. But at the end of the day, it's still Esau. Both of them are still Esau's doctrine. And there's a plethora. As long as you are not a part of the truth, or as long as you don't believe in the truth, then that means that you are following Esau's doctrine at the end of the day. Because as long as you don't believe in YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, as long as you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, that the Lord wants you to do, okay, then then Esau is winning, okay, and that's just the reality of it. Even if you Christians believe in God, so like, no, Christianity is a big I don't want to say stumbling block, but it's definitely not stumbling. Well, I guess for some people it might be, but at the end of the day, Christianity is like the biggest thing that's of our people, okay, and that's I would say that's the very baseline first level of confusing and putting our people down a rabbit hole of just straight wickedness. All right, but to go further into, okay, the inspiration that made me want to do this lesson is this video / a comment that was made. So this guy, okay, who goes by the name Low Tier God, all right, he basically hates, he hates the fact that he is so, he wants to be famous. He wants to be rich and famous. He wants to thrive in Babylon. He wants to be basically like Will Smith or whatever, in terms of having money, having fame, having people know and love him and whatnot. But because that he is very, I would say, bitter, okay, not only bitter, but I guess mad that he has all this fame, but he can't really capitalize on it, okay. I mean, we can hear a bit on the video, and I'll just give context if I have it.
Give me my motherfucking roses right the now. Stop stealing my shit. I created this. This is my shit.
Okay, so he's mad that people like this channel, okay, are reposting clips from his stream, if not his whole stream or whatever, okay. And people have been doing this for the longest time. He tries to go and copyright and whatnot, and does a whole bunch of stuff. He's mad at that. Is it a new thing that people are stealing from Israel / Jake? No, it's not, okay. But in a way, you could argue that this is a bit different. All right. One of the things that I actually do support, even though I don't support stealing other people's hard work or property and whatnot, because Jake gets, Israel, not just Jake, but Israel in general, gets stolen from a lot. Okay, I believe I heard the person who created Matrix, or the concept of Matrix, was actually an Eve, and she didn't get any recognition for it until after the 3 movies were done. So yeah, there's that, which obviously I feel for her, but in this case, I really can't, because a lot of things that this man does, it's just unforgivable. Okay, unforgivable / irredeemable, incomprehensible. Like, just it's just unjust. It's also unjustifiable. All right, because a lot of the things that he was doing, it was wicked. And he's like, he hates his own race and whatnot. There are people that are posting clips that show, okay, look at what he believes and this is what he does, okay, to his so-called fans / the people that are, you know, in his streams and whatnot. Okay, this is the evilness that he does, and I think it is definitely important in this society to, you know, be able to have evidence against people when they do stuff. But of course, me personally, as an individual, I can accept any good that goes to him. Sure, I'll let him have it, because me personally, again, speaking as a man, all right, I kind of want the Lord to let him be able to enjoy all he can, so that he can suffer that much more for the wickedness that he has done, not only to his people, but just in general. Okay, let me get this out. Luke chapter 6 verse 24. But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. Okay, so I want him to be, and also it goes into it. This chapter goes a lot more verses that says that are full, thirst, whatever, like any good thing that they have, that's their consolation. That's their consolation, and I want him so I can know in deep down in my heart of hearts that, you know, the Lord is going to judge them. Okay, but of course, if the Lord has something else planned for him, where in the sense that he was this completely disgusting, like, terrible person, disrespecting his own race, his own people, okay, be it so-called black people and so-called Hispanics. Even if he does all that, as long as he repents, if he truly repents, okay, then I will accept. If that is the Lord's will, I will truly and honestly accept him as a brother in this truth, if he repents. But because I don't think he will, then then that's kind of what I want. That's kind of what I want. All right. So, yeah.
I need my platinum play button ASAP.
All right. So, yeah. Also, he's definitely mad. A lot of his so when he had his YouTube channel, he couldn't break, I think, 100,000. He didn't reach 100,000, but primarily because a lot of his viewership / would-be subscribers were subscribing to other channels like this, but this only has 500, so it's not as big. But there are other channels that re-upload him or clip it and actually edit / react or whatever, that are dedicated to talking about him, okay, and they have, I believe, maybe more followers than him. All right.
Stop playing with me.
Whatever. He's not really saying anything. This is the comment that I want to go into, and that truly inspired me and truly made me see. Okay, see the lesson. From Copious Doink SLLC.9984. There's a kind of beauty to all this. Okay, now the thing is, the way he says it, okay, there's a kind of beauty to all this. Okay, Most High. This is judgment from the Most High, and it is an amazing thing. Everything that the Lord does is it is beautiful. Okay, the works that He does. Okay, no one can make anything as beautiful as the Most High YAHAWAH and YAHAWASHI. All right, now let's continue on to his comment. Dale finally has a certain degree of fame and attention that he's always wanted, but it's come to him in a way that doesn't allow him to truly capitalize on it. So, like I said before, he does have the fame that he wants. Okay, like I'm pretty sure there's no one in the FGC that does not know or has not heard of him. Okay, which is like millions, I would say, of people that know about him. Reflect on his subscriber count on YouTube, his following on any social media. Okay, so he, again, like he said, he can't capitalize on. He can't go making, a bunch of money, make some big moves or whatever on literally anything. Okay, even though he has plenty of people who watch him and he's well known, he's still not making any money, and his lifestyle remains suited to his means, meager. Okay, it's great because it perfectly suits his situation. His is all just a cheap veneer of his own making, and beneath lives lives a very average and unremarkable man. Okay, so now, honestly, like, reading this, yes, it's kind of an insult. He is being, disrespectful and insulting him, but at the same time, it truly does go to show, the type of judgment that the Lord can dish out. Okay, and I believe it's a very beautiful way to show off, not just because I'm not trying to make this video about him. This video is about us. Okay, it's about me, you, anyone that's in this truth that wants something, and then we're praying for, oh, I want this, I want that. Okay, like, anytime you want something, okay, always remember the story I just said about the woman who wanted a baby but got a deformed child. The story of this guy who wants to be rich and famous, but he got to be famous, okay, but it's not the way he wanted it to be. Okay, don't always think that the thing that you want is the right thing. Slakia. Is the right thing or good for you, because sometimes you're not ready for it, or sometimes it's not the right thing for you. Let me get this, okay? Well, yeah, let me get this first. Romans chapter 8, verse 26. Likewise, the Spirit also helpeth our infirmities, for we know not what we should pray for as we ought, but the Spirit itself maketh intercession for us with groanings which cannot be uttered, and he that searcheth the hearts knoweth what is the mind of the Spirit, because he maketh intercession for the saints according to the will of the Most High, the will of Yahweh. All right. Now, the thing is, for us, okay, let's say you want a wife. Let's say you want a husband, a good husband, and a good wife, or a good husband, or a child, or a PS5, or Xbox One, or a nice car, or whatever. Okay, let's say you want one of these things. Okay, the thing is, the reason why you might not be getting it after so many days, so many weeks, months, maybe even years, okay, is because it's just not right for you, okay? Or it's going to cause a distraction, okay? So like um so for example, if you're a man or a woman, whatever, and you want a husband or a wife, okay, yet you might have someone in mind that you want, but that person might not be in the truth. They might not be, the right fit for you, and they might turn your heart from the Most High, okay? And again, like that, well, it's not again, but that's a very important thing to actually notice and think about, okay? Like, do you really think it is worth it, getting that man or woman that you wanted, just for you to fall out of the truth because of them? Like, is that really worth it? All right, no. I would imagine, I would hope that the answer is no, okay? Because, first and foremost, the Lord can bless you with maybe someone even better down the line, and when you are actually ready. And I'm speaking again to the elect, those that are in this truth, and to me. Okay, there are things that I want. All right, there are certain things that I've been asking for the longest time, and I got some of them. Okay, the things that fell through the cracks, and I was actually blessed with. Call on me about Hashem Yahawashi, the water YAHAWAH by Hashem Yahawashi, for blessing me with them. But of course, at the end of the day, there are some things that would serve to be more distractions rather than, if, like, say for example, if anyone got something, if I got a fucking let's say I got a woman, or I got an Xbox One. I already have a PS5, Xbox One, PS5, whatever, okay, that could potentially make me, I'm so fixated on this PS5. If I love playing it every day, blah blah, and that takes up all your free time that I don't make any lessons. I forget about the Most High, and instead of going straight to praying first, or I go praying, and I do my habitual praying, my fastings, my whatever, okay, instead of doing all that, I'm going straight to that PS5, okay? So there are those things that you have to basically acknowledge that, okay? So and also another thing that I actually wanted to bring up was the fact that there was some YouTubers that I was watching that they said that, whenever when you're doing well, okay, you start to get lazy, okay, because you're satisfied with what you have, okay, and you stop working as much, okay, which is the thing that you want to be thinking about is, like, okay, well, I'm gonna work through the Spirit, okay, so that I can be worthy for that PS5 with the Most High. I'm gonna be worthy for that wife or husband, okay? I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do. I'm gonna keep on doing what I'm supposed to be doing, so I can build up that spiritual rapport / spiritual bank account, so that I may be worthy enough, and I can have it and to the point where it's not going to be, I can ingrain myself to be to have the Most High as my priority above all else, okay? So, maybe the Lord does want to give you, whatever it is you want, okay? I don't want to keep on saying, those same things, because maybe it's not just that. Maybe you want something else. Maybe you want a computer. Maybe you want a camera because you're a photographer. Maybe you want a computer because of whatever, okay? Like, it just doesn't stop at the things that I listed before. It could be literally anything else, all right? Anything and everything that you want that you don't have, okay? We can possibly be working towards it to be as like a reward, all right? And the thing is, you're not you work towards it, all right? And the Lord is, when the Lord determines, okay, you worked this hard, you worked enough, you're ready. You're ready for it, okay? Just the same way that a parent, where is it? A parent decides, okay, yeah, you know what, my son or daughter, whatever, they've been doing their chores so much, so oftenly, you know, I think they deserve this now, okay? So, because the Lord, at the end of the day, He is our Father, spiritual Father, all right? So He's treating us like His children, okay? Now, another thing to take note is 1 John chapter 2, verse 15, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. Okay, so if you take, you know, these carnal things, these materialistic things, and make them your God in that sense, where you're like, okay, like this is the most important thing to me, okay, then that's where you're going off, okay? And you do not love, even though you say, oh, I'm in the truth, or you say, oh, I believe in Most High, whatever, okay? You could be contradicting yourself if you have more love, if you love the world, if you're not ready to throw away, like say for example, you get a PS5, okay? I'll use myself for example. If I have a PS5, the Lord blessed me with the PS5, okay? Now, if I am not ready to give that up, okay, in order for the Most High, like say, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a somewhat realistic example, like say I have to, like, the what's it called, the military's about to run up into my house, okay, and I have to leave, all right, I have to leave, okay, so like I'm just taking my family, not taking anything else, okay, and I just run up out of there, and I have to leave my PS5 at home, and then they're gonna run up in here and search for me and whatnot, okay, and in that sense, all right, I have to let it go, and I have to be willing to let it go, and Yahawadah, I am willing to let it go, as well as any and all other brothers that are in this truth, that have, you know, that may have stuff, materialistic stuff that they love, okay? Hopefully, I don't know if like I kind of imagine I can bring my Bibles with me, like, because they're definitely, you know, helpful. And who knows if they're going to allow they're going to go around and just burning Bibles, because I think I heard there was like 10 plus years ago, I believe, there was a time where they were going around burning Bibles and stuff like that. Like, it was a major issue at the time, and you know, you never know. Like, are we gonna have stuff like that during Jacob's trouble or whatever? Okay, because I definitely pray that I will have mine. I put a bunch of notes in, you know, so Yahawadah, they'll actually be able to serve me well. If not, I study them and have them in my head. Okay, I have a bunch of you know, I know, you know, the wording to a lot of different areas in the scriptures, so that is a thing. But aside from that, / knowing the general concept of what the scriptures say, that's also a good thing. As I made a quick mention before, Matthew chapter 6 verse 19. Out for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Okay, and this is a very cool. Okay. First off, metaphorically, verse 19 is your carnal / physical bank account. Okay, like, okay, oh, I got a $10,000 in my actual bank account. I'm balling or whatever, like whatever. Okay, that's just an example. And then there's also verse 20, the spiritual bank account where you can say, okay, I put in all this work, I got 10,000 spiritual dollars in my spiritual bank account. Okay, so that spiritual bank account that will never go away. That will never rust. It can never be taken from you. It's temporary. Okay, it's temporary because the carnal bank account is temporary because you never know. Like, because a lot of people that were rich, they had their money taken from them. Okay, what's it called? I think Kanye said that he had his bank accounts frozen. I think he lost his money. He lost his deal with Adidas or something like that. Nike, I don't know. But basically, he was basically giving an example at how the same if someone like him who's a celebrity can get their money messed with, who's to say that the average citizen can't have the same done to them? Okay, and that's a reality of it. Okay, and there was already problems where they were saying that, oh, people at what's it called, bank, I forgot which bank account, I think it was Chase, are having their accounts frozen or money taken out of their accounts without their permission and whatnot. There was a whole long line of people going there. I think it was Chase. I'm not entirely sure, but they were saying that everyone was saying they had money taken out of their account without them knowing and whatnot. All right, and in that same sense, it's already just goes to show that they can and they have no issues with messing with our not just our money but our livelihoods or our lives. Okay, but on the flip side, the Most High, He is allowing us to be able to build up our spiritual bank account, where he's not gonna take from it. He doesn't need to. Okay, because the Most High is all powerful. All right, as a matter of fact, He is the employer, the spiritual employer in that sense, where He is paying us. So He doesn't need to take that money back. Okay, He's not gonna go into debt. There's no debt with that. Whereas for Babylon, they are in debt themselves, which I believe I said they're doing that on purpose or something like that. I don't remember the exact details. But finally, verse 21, it says, "Where your treasure is, there will your heart be." So, like, in metaphorically speaking, like, say, oh, you have your treasure is a PS5. Slacky, I keep on going back to PS5. Okay, but it's just I'll just go into it. Say, for example, you really love your PS5. Okay, that is considered your treasure, and for someone to go and steal that from you, it's gonna hurt you a lot. Okay, but because in the same sense, if you really love the Most High, you really want to be in the kingdom of heaven. Okay, you would be willing, if you're spiritual, you're gonna be willing to give up the world, okay, for Yahweh. Give up the world to be spiritually minded. All right. 1 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 11, "For if we have sown unto you spiritual things, is it a great thing if we shall reap your carnal things?" Oh, Slakia, no, that's not what I wanted. It's this one. Slakia about that. Wrong precept. 2 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 16, "For which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal." So yeah, I actually just spoke on that. Okay, the things that are in the world are temporal. Okay, whereas the things that are spiritual are eternal. Okay, the fact that you want to build up. Okay, you want the a spiritual PS5, which could be a PS15 or PS100. Okay, a PlayStation 100. all right, which is a million times better, more futuristic, and that's all waiting for you in the kingdom, okay? But in a, I guess, spiritually financial sense, the equivalent to that would be having spiritual money with the Most High, where that you use it, okay? You don't lose it, to get to be delivered from trial and tribulation, in Jacob's trouble, or you use it to, or if you're in the kingdom, you use that spiritual money, and the Lord gives you either a mansion, a castle, a fucking planet, okay, based on how big your spiritual bank account is, okay? You could be using it for whatever, but you don't want to use it. You don't want to use it too early. Whereas, I'm gonna use the money I have in my spiritual bank account for now. Like, Yahawadah, give me all the best things, all the good things now, rather than waiting for the kingdom of heaven. Okay, because if we had now, okay, then it would be a lot harder for us to enter in the kingdom of heaven, as it says in Matthew 19 verse 23, because Proverbs chapter 30 verse 9, when you are full, when you have things that are more than what you need, okay, you get full, you get proud, and then you deny the Most High, okay? There are many different instances where people, okay, even which is I would also say is ironic. There are even people that don't have power that say that, Slakia. That's also because they learn from these celebrities, and when celebrities say, I worked for this, just like this guy, he was saying he worked for all this fame. They worked for all this stuff, when in actuality the Most High gave it to them. The Most High is the only way that people can get to it. Because there could be, like I keep on having to say, there can be someone that's not famous, that's less famous, less known, that are a million times better. Okay, for example, I don't even want to be arrogant, but from what I've seen, a lot of different, myself included, were all better than him in video games. Okay, there are a bunch of different people that are better than him in video games, but we're not famous. Okay, he's famous in the FGC, yet he's not that good in it. Okay, he's good to a certain extent, but there are people that are better than him that have less followers than him. Okay, and it's, again, at the end of the day, it's not because they worked hard for it. Okay, it's not because someone worked hard for it. It's because the Lord, put the Spirit on them to either already be that good, if not choose to put in time in this, or put in time into something else, or whatever. Like, it is all the Most High. All right, at the end of the day. So that's where that's a lot of pride. That's where a lot of pride comes, where people want to claim that it's hard work, when it might be hard work, but at the same time, one of the biggest factors, the main factors on someone becoming famous, rich and famous / famous, is at the end of the day, the higher ups, or the people that control who they let in the clubs and whatnot, like which is one of the things that Tekashi 6ix9ine said. Like, he's even stated that, there are a bunch of rappers that are better than me, and they don't have the money, they don't have the fame and whatnot, but because they didn't talk to the right person. You have to get into an interview with the right person, and then that's when you can become well known and famous out to everyone. Okay, but with that, I hope this lesson was edifying. Just at the end of the day, know that just because you pray and ask for all of it doesn't mean that it's the best thing for you. All right, sometimes it might be a burden. Sometimes it's not the right thing for you. Sometimes it might get in the way of you becoming one of the 144 or something or the other. Okay, it might mess up the things for you. Okay, it might mess things up for you in terms of dealing with the Most High. Okay, so you have to be patient and endure unto the end. Okay, just as the scriptures say, he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Okay, with that, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and with that, I want to say Shalom.